Hey, what's up, everybody? So sorry for the delay in videos. I had back surgery 2 weeks ago, or a week and a half ago. And then my mother passed away, actually while I was in back surgery. So it's kind of slowed down production on a lot of stuff, and, healing and planning a funeral and all of that. So, yeah. That's kind of where we're at with this right now. So that's why there was a delay in videos, but I've got a lot of stuff coming up, because I have to kind of sit and heal, and I've got work to do. So, that's where we are. Anyway, in the past week, a lot of you may know, I don't know why for some reason my gimbal's wanting to move on its own. A lot of you know that the Battle Beast came out last week, and Kirkman and Otley are doing a really cool thing where they did blind bags. So basically, when you buy an issue of Battle Beast, it comes in a sealed bag. You can't see what the cover is, and they did a lot of different covers and a lot of different kind of cool things. Some have the second issue of Battle Beast in it. Some have, a Marvel team ups, foil edition. Like, there's all these different things, and some are collectibles and blah, blah, blah. So I bought 10 of the blind bags knowing that this was going to be a cool thing and I wanted to take part. And also, of course, collector's market, make some money. So I bought 10 of them. I was going to open them all on camera, but yesterday being bored and not being able to work and do anything right now as I'm healing from surgery, I decided, I'm going to crack one of these open and read it, because I want to read the story. I've read every Invincible. I love the book. A lot of people found the show now on Amazon, but I was a fan of the comic. I've read all the comics, and I think it's comic books at their best, because it's just a fun book. It's not trying to do the Dark Knight, Watchmen, deeper, grittier story. It's just Kirkman and Otley going for the ridiculousness of what comics are and just having a fun book. So busted them one open yesterday because I was going to read the story, but I didn't. I just, I figured most of these would be your number one, your regular standard number one. And so I would probably have, 4 or 5 of those. And so I'll bust one open and I'll read it. The first 3 that I opened were the blank sketch covers. So I'm going to do 2 of these. So if you want to purchase one of the sketch covers and kind of tell me what you want on it, drop a comment below, let me know, reach out. I'm David Van Dyke, at David Van Dyke on Twitter. I'm easy to find on Facebook. Kitty cat, stop messing with the gimbal. My cat wants to be a star. So if you're interested in, I've got 3 sketch covers right now. I ended up opening 5 yesterday, just trying to find one to read, and still didn't do it. So we're going to open the other 5 now. And if you're interested in any of these, if you want to purchase any of these, drop a comment and let me know. And I will offer these up first to the people that comment on my YouTube channel and say, hey, I want it. And then we'll go back and forth, talk about price. I'm easy to find online. So I'm definitely going to do 2 of these sketch covers. I might end up doing all of them. Just depends. So if you're a fan of my work and you want me to do one of the sketch covers, let me know and we'll get pricing and all that together. But point is, I opened the first 3 out of the 10 that I had were sketch covers. So right off the bat, can't read those. The 4th one, I pulled the Marvel Team Up, the foil Marvel Team Up number 14, with Corey Walker. My first solo gig was for Robert Kirkman, and it was on Guarding the Globe. And Corey Walker helped me so much. He sent me supplies, like got me going. It was such a good dude. So pulled the Marvel team up. Definitely can't open that one up and read it. Sorry, I'm gonna wince from time to time. And then I pulled the Arthur Adams cover, so can't open it and read it. So I've still yet to read this damn book. But I'm gonna. But I've got 5, I believe. Yeah, it's 5. So I've got 5 more to go. So we're gonna open these up and see what I got, see what I pulled. Hopefully I just pulled a regular number 1 at some point. Sheesh. But we're gonna open them up, and I'm debating. I was gonna, like hold back 2 or 3 of these and sell them as, sealed. But I don't know, man. I'm enjoying opening them up and just kind of seeing what I got. Like, it's such a baseball card kind of thing. So we're gonna bust them open, see what's what, see what I pull. Like I said, hopefully I can pull something where I can just read it and it's not, a chase cover or something like that. Chase cover, see how old I am? So, we are pulling, which cover is this? Oh. Who did that? Who is this cover by? Why can I not? I should have looked up ahead and seen who all the covers were, because I don't know. I don't know which covers are desirable. I don't know which covers are by who all did covers. Like, I know that Finch did some covers. So yeah, I don't know. I'll look up later, and maybe I'll even drop in the description, but I mean, you guys will know. Is this a hot one? Did I hit a home run here? I just think the cover's dope. It reminds me of a David Finch painting. It's got that Finch look to it and style to it, but I don't think that's who did it. I'm not seeing his signature anywhere. Does it wrap around? No, it doesn't. Okay, so wait. Duh, it is a David Finch. Okay, so it's the cover B David Finch. This is the first time I've looked at the back of any of it. See how dumb I am? I'm not very good at this. So yeah, I pulled the Finch cover. That's great. Big David Finch fan. I'm a big David Finch painting fan. I know he puts a lot of work in trying to learn. And he's not super pleased with his painting, but I dig it. I like his style. So this is gonna end up being an hour-long video, so I'm gonna try not to have that happen. So let me go ahead and bust the next one open. Pretty stoked on the David Finch right off the bat, I'm gonna have to be honest. So I'm just trying to get this bag pulled apart so we can just easily yank this out. I love the marketing on this. I think this is brilliant. Kirkman has always been a genius about how to market. So here we go again. Boom, 2 David Finches in a row. What are the odds? That's great, because now I can just keep one and read it and not feel bad about it, because I'm gonna sell the other one. That's cool. Man, I'm stoked on that. And again, I will sell any of the ones you've seen, the sketch cover ones. If you want a blank one, say so, but I'm gonna tell you now, I'm definitely gonna do work on some of those. So if you want it blank, you better get in quick and say hey, I want it. Moving on, and I'll be honest, maybe it's my years of working in comics, but I could kind of tell ahead of time, if I had a sketch cover or not. So I think we're kind of done with those. There might be one more left. And for those that are wondering, like, yes, this sounds like a big cash grab, but as I said, my mother just passed away, so a lot of this money is going to go into paying for her funeral and things like that. So, just so you know. Okay, and we've got... That's a great cover. It's such a good, EJ Sue. I love the style. This feels Ryan Ottley to me without being Ryan Ottley, which is awesome. That's it's nice that they could do this. And I could be wrong. I'm gonna say something here. I may be very wrong, so bear with me. But isn't EJ Sue the one who did Tech Jacket originally? Wasn't that like his first gig or one of the first gigs? Or I would have to go back and check, but it seems like that's the connection there. So I'm stoked. I've always wanted to do Tech Jacket. That's a character I love. I dug the style. I've always secretly wanted to do a Tech Jacket book. And now that I'm penciling and inking myself and doing Star Lancer, that might be something that one day I could be lucky enough to pitch. But I definitely would like to see Tech Jacket come back, and I have a story idea for it. I think it'd be cool. I've always dug that book, even, when nobody knew what Tech Jacket was. I was a fan of it. I'm a fan of this entire, as most of you are. I'm going to keep saying that, and it's going to get repetitive, but, we're all fans of the Invincible universe. Robert created something great here. All right, next up, we have... so good. Absolutely love Kel Nyung, or Yun. Apologies for the mispronunciation of the name. I know who you are and I love your work. So please, no disrespect. Such a great cover. The weight is there. Color harmony is great. This is just a solid cover. And honestly, I wish that they would have decided to do Battle Beasts like this all the time, and it wouldn't surprise me if, issue 25 does a blind bag and they come back to this. They should. I definitely would. I would have bought every issue. I'm going to buy every issue anyway, but I would have bought every issue as a blind bag had they done that. All right, last one. And I don't believe this is a sketch cover. And if you're wondering why I'm cutting the top and pulling it off to the side, I'm doing that so that I can cut slits up the side so that I can pull these out easier. And I've got a tripod set up, and my cat is, right now, she loves the tripod. It's her favorite thing. So that's probably why things are moving. But I'm cutting slits up so that I can make sure nothing gets hung when I pull the book out. All right, guys, this is the last one I have. This is my 10. And a third David Finch. Wow. Okay, that's great for me, actually, because I really want to read this book, and now I have 3 covers that I can ruin one and beat it up, because comics are meant to be read, guys. I put a lot of work into this stuff, and the collector market's fun, and selling them's fun, and doing all that's great, but at the end of the day, they're meant to be read. Ryan put a lot of work into this, and so I feel better now that I can really just dog-ear this one and tear it up, and it doesn't matter because I've got others that can be pristine. So yeah, so we have got the Kel Nyung. We've got the EJ Sue cover. Loving it. Kitty, stop. And again, we have 2 more David Finches. We have the Marvel Team Up, which this kills me because I kind of want to read it, and I like seeing Cory Walker's version of Spider-Man. And then sketch cover 1. I have 2 more there. And I have the Arthur Adams. So, pretty cool, man. I'm digging it. I like this idea for a blind bag. This is super fun. Kirkman has always had a way of making comics fun. And here we are. And again, another thing I like is they didn't gas up the price. They stayed at $3.99, which is very impressive to do. And they knew they didn't need to. This book sold out 400,000 copies, which is insanity, especially in today's market. But this shows that, like, comic fans, you guys want this kind of stuff. You guys want to have fun with comics and collecting, and if you have a good book, and we all knew this book was going to be good, but if you have a good book and it's rock solid, you can get away with doing stuff like this. Just hammering out, 70 different variant covers for, Black Widow's 38th issue of the 14th reprint of the 3rd. Come on, guys. Marvel, get your head in the game. Like, what are you doing? You don't have any really big time notable artists except for Pepe, and even he is stepping out other places. His Mark Miller work is great. Marvel's just in a sad state right now. They need to stop and reassess top to bottom. DC, you've got hot artists, you've got Titans coming in right now, but your stories are kind of bleh. Like, what's going on in Batman right now aside from Hush? Like, and even the Hush story's kind of bleh, which I'll review later. I'm waiting on the next issue to come out, and then we'll talk about it. I've got another video coming up in a little while going through the new Huck issue, and I may do Vatican City #2 because I did the first issue to show that off. But yeah, guys, what do you think? And again, I don't know what these are worth. Like, I think that's like a $40 or $60 book, and I think that's like a $60 or $80 book, but I'm not sure. And again, I have no clue what the Finch cover is going for. I have no clue what the Sue cover is going for. And I don't know. I don't know, guys. But if you want any of these issues, throw down in the comments, hey, I want the Arthur Adams one, or I want the this or that one. Or if you want a sketch cover, if you want one of the sketch covers that I'm going to do, put in the comments below, like, hey, I want your sketch cover, and tell me what character you want me to do on it, and then we'll get together and get on price and all that. But yeah, I'm down. I want to offer all of this to you guys first. Again, the money's going to go to help pay for my mother's funeral. And I'm recovering from surgery, so it might be, give me a month or so to kind of knock these out. Not if you're just buying these books, though. If you're buying these, I'm talking about sketch covers. If you're buying one of these, then I can shoot those out immediately. So yeah, if you're interested in any of these, let me know. This was a fun thing, man. I hope they do this again. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. 20-minute video, way too long, I'm sure, but thanks again. I'm going to go pull one of these bad boys out and actually read the story, because that's why I buy comics, is to read. Thanks for tuning in. I will catch you guys later. Peace.